So final stage of what we need to do at the sight screen is plugging everything in, powering it on, making sure it's working. So I'm going to grab the backpack, going to undo the zips. So the backpack is going to end up sitting on there, so whether you put it on there to start with or whether you put it on the ground to start with is entirely up to you. I'm going to grab the generator and I'm going to grab the 2-gang socket. So first things first, I'm going to plug the 2-gang socket into the AC socket there, and then if you come and have a closer look at this generator, there's a button just to the left of that. If you just press that once, a little green light appears and then the screen comes on, shows you the battery life on that display. Okay, so that is that. So once I've done that, I'm going to pop that into the bag. I'm then going to go back to the station box and I'm going to grab the injector from here. Where the sticker's just come off there. And the kettle lead. So again, if I pop that down there, reusable cable tie on there. I'm going to plug the kettle lead in, and again, as mentioned, I'm not going to go into detail about why we plug which one into which port. For simplicity's sake, just know that you've got to plug the black Ethernet cable into here, and then we've got the green Ethernet cable in here still. So again, I'm going to take the cable tie off there. Again, be careful not to let it touch the floor. Plug the green into there. That's going to leave me one green, one grey. So I'm going to plug this into the 2-gang socket, which is in the backpack. Again, try not to let that touch the floor. Plug that into the 2-gang socket, and then I'm going to grab the PoE injector for the camera. So grab our other kettle lead and PoE injector, same concept, plug that in, plug this in to the 2-gang socket, so both of those have been used, and then grab your grey cable which goes into the grey sticker port, and then the green cable into the green. Okay, so you can see that there, 2 injectors, black, black, grey, grey, and then green joins them together. Okay, once I've done that, there's a little slit light on both of these that indicates they're powered on, so that's a good little check. Now, if you start a stopwatch 45 to 60 seconds after you've turned all this on, you should see the camera spin up. So I would always say, especially when you're setting this kit up to start with, you keep an eye on the camera physically spinning. So I'm just going to tape that up, and I don't think it's started yet. So I've zipped this up rather. I'm going to pop this on here along with these two in case that one bit snaps. And I'm going to start to keep an eye on the camera from this bit. So try and keep an eye on the camera, and as you can see there, if you have a look at that, you should be able to physically see the camera doing its start-up procedure and spinning round. Okay, so if you do ever have any problems, one of the first questions I'll probably ask you is, has the camera spun up? So please always use that as a reference point. If it's a hot sunny day, feel free to leave this unzipped to allow air to get in. Alternatively, if you fear it might rain, please make sure you obviously zip this up, get all the equipment in there. You can tuck this excess in there as well if you wish. And as mentioned, if you do feel it's going to rain, pop the rucksack liner over the top, pop the rucksack cover over the top as well, and that should keep everything fully protected. So just to confirm, I'm going to pop them in there. It's not going to rain today, fingers crossed. It's just very cold and very windy. I'm going to close up this box here. Foam can come back. That can sit in there. This lid can stay on there. So again, you've got choices whether you want to just leave this behind the sight screen or whether you want to put it back in your pavilion. I guess it depends on what space you've got. But to confirm here, nothing is on the floor. So if you've only got one sight screen at each end like we have, we can easily move the sight screen if someone comes around the wicket, etc. And you don't need to worry about cables getting pushed or anything like that. Realistically, the only thing you need to remember is you may need to re-steer the camera to a different position from the laptop if you're quite zoomed in, because it would maybe then be looking and cutting off third slip. So that's all you need to remember. So we've got clamps on the sight screen, telescopic pole with top hook, station and camera at the top, all being powered by the generator in here, which will last for a day's play. Once I'm happy that everything's set up at this end, I would then move back over to the scorer's end.